In my country, you kiss the microphone for good luck. Hello and welcome to the newly rebranded Yemmy Reviews. That's me, Yemmy, not the... Well, technically, the Viking is still me, but Yemmy is the name. Yemmy's the name, you should remember. Hey, shout out to Nefty. He won the poll to be the shout out for this video, so go check out his channel. I'm not going to tell you to subscribe. Check out his channel, see what he's got. He's a Call of Duty quick scoper, pretty good skills. I call my stuff dirty, but his stuff is like pure filth. And he also has some pretty cool skateboarding stuff going on too. Very good cinematography. Hey, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about Call of Duty World War II, which is why you're here. Call of Duty as a series is kind of like any football team, right? Some years it's really good and it wins tons of awards. Other years it's complete shit and everyone hates it. Really, the only difference is that when Call of Duty is good, it will still have its haters, and I guess that's to be expected. Now, I'm not a COD fanboy whatsoever, but I will say this, that I've been a fan of the series since Game 1 on the PS2, which would be Finest Hour. Technically, it's not technically Game 1, but you know, that's the first game I started off with, and I went to the one on the computer. And from there, my love for it grew until Ghosts. If I was to pinpoint where Call of Duty went wrong, it probably would be Ghosts, but for a lot of people, it's Advanced Warfare, and I kind of agree. Because at least Ghosts was shit, but at least it was still kind of fun. Advanced Warfare took the fun out of the game for me. I'm not going to go through the whole timeline of the Call of Duty series because, frankly, I don't have 5 years to do that discussion. But let me go over it, my real quick rankings of the World War II Call of Duty, Call of Duty games, also known as the good ones, until everyone got bored with it, so they went to Modern Warfare. The list would go like this: COD 3, Big Red 1, COD 1, Finest Hour, United Offense Expansion Pack, COD World War II, Call of Duty World at War, and then finally Call of Duty 2. Why is World at War not as good as COD 2? Well, you can't go back and play World at War without getting hacked or into a hacked lobby and there's a little kid screaming and running around with a knife who is invincible. Now can you? Alright, enough of that long intro spiel. Let's get to Call of Duty World War II. So, as far as recent COD games go, this one is really good. Obviously, it still has its flaws, but for a return to World War II and the regular COD format, it's really good. Let's start with the campaign because, frankly, it's the best campaign we've gotten since Black Ops 2, and I loved that campaign. The campaign has you going through pretty much every major battle in World War II, from D-Day to the crossing of the Rhine on the American side. You play with a tight squad of soldiers, each one with their own distinct but predictable personalities. I'm not going to go through each one, but just know that the sergeant's an asshole, the lieutenant's a good, cool dude, and the guy with the glasses is sarcastic and witty. Each one you play with gives you different items in the campaign, whether it's ammo, health packs, or artillery strikes, which you earn by getting kills. Yes, I did say health packs. For the campaign, there is a health bar, and this was a great idea. It gives it that old school feel, and I love it. The only thing that irks me in the campaign is how often you have a near-death experience. It seems to be several times through multiple levels where you are concussed and you're about to be killed by something, but then by a miracle you survive and you get to fight another day. Also, they wanted to devote a good amount of the game to historical accuracy, and even though it gets very close, the Germans are using Russian guns sometimes. It's not a big deal, it's just kind of weird. The zombies in the game is interesting, but it does feel like any other COD zombies mode. It's okay at best, and there's still a heavy reliance on the Easter egg stuff, even though you can play it just as a survival map, which is what I like. They took a more of a movie approach to it, which means everything looks spooky, and the really annoying jump scare noise plays way too often when a zombie appears on screen, but I do like the characters and the way that the whole zombies experience in this game is presented. The meat of the game, of course, is its multiplayer, which has been done really well. The past few Call of Duties have been half-assed in the multiplayer aspect, and this one is done probably the best since, I don't know, maybe even, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. You have special divisions which use specific guns, and as you level them up you get extra perks within the divisions as well. The guns are all nice, and there is really something for everyone, and there isn't one gun that feels way too overpowered over others. And I'd say the closest one that would get close to being overpowered would be the MG15, but other than that, it's all good. Quickscoping does get a little annoying in the game, I will say that, and you do get concussed a lot in this game, even if it's from your own ally's grenade. It just feels like forever. The new game mode War is probably the best thing ever. I mean, I play it all the time. It plays out kind of like a battlefield match with the radios. I forget what that was called, but you know, instead of it being radios at every objective, there's a different thing to do. So you'll guide the tank, plant a bomb, move on to the next area with the tank, build a bridge, stuff like that. It's a good game mode. I spend most of my time playing that game mode, and also Domination is also one that I like as well. There's a new headquarters area where you can access daily contracts, do challenges, enter the firing range, go into a 1v1 pit with random people or friends, along with plenty of other things to do. And Call of Duty has been updating the game for almost every month now, and they've been putting in these new seasonal things, like there was a Winter Siege where you got new weapons and stuff like that, and then right now is the Resistance stuff going on, which is for the new DLC. All that stuff is free. You only have to pay for the maps, so you get new guns, the new class, all that for free. You know, they're doing a good job with this one. Unlike the past 3 Call of Duties, the loot boxes in this game are actually done quite well. Remember in Advanced Warfare when all the new guns were locked inside the boxes, like the STG? Well, this game doesn't do that. All the guns are available to be earned through either ranking up or being a part of the special events like I just talked about, or just earning them through daily, weekly challenges with loot boxes. Loot boxes are awarded a lot in this game. I probably get about 15 a day when all is said and done. Inside them are an assortment of things like new titles, new variants of weapons, new clothing, stuff like that. But don't worry about the weapons because they only give you slight XP boosts. There's no other special quality to them other than they look cool. And this is great. A lot of games will lock special items or boosts in loot boxes, but Call of Duty World War II does them right. Games like Destiny 2, For Honor, Battlefront 2, they want to milk the player for all they have and just to try and get something worthwhile. But games like Call of Duty World War II and even kind of Overwatch have purely cosmetic items, and I'm okay with that in my book. I know that's kind of a controversial opinion, but I gotta say it. It's my thoughts. So, let's wrap this up. Call of Duty World War II is a huge step in the right direction. The campaign's good, the multiplayer's fun again, and the zombies mode is mediocre. Loot boxes are also pretty fair, and you earn enough to not want to spend money on them. And the headquarters is a neat new social experiment. Even though you have way too many close death experiences during the campaign, and the characters are very cliche, some server issues at the launch of the game of course, and the zombies are relying way too heavily on the Easter egg stuff, Call of Duty World War II delivers a more classic take on the Call of Duty franchise, and I love it. I give Call of Duty World War II a 4 out of 5. RIP futuristic warfare games, am I right? Oh shit!